So I got to go ahead and give out my congratulations at this time to the brand new, to the six-time world champion New England Patriots. Yes, I did see the Super Bowl. I saw all the ridiculous commercials. I saw all the stuff that was going on during the game and everything. Uh, but I was really looking forward to checking out Halftime Heat. That was going to be the match that everyone was going to be talking about, and they still are talking about to this day. Oh, well, not to this day, but today. But Halftime Heat came out as the Super Bowl was ending. They went ahead and did a live episode, which took place on the WWE Network and also took place on YouTube and on Facebook Live and possibly on Twitter as well. So, right when halftime was beginning, then they show the six-man matchup with Aleister Black, the Velveteen Dream, and Ricochet taking on the team of the North American champion Johnny Gargano, the NXT champion Tommaso Ciampa, and of course Adam Cole. And there was a bit of a discussion. There was a bit of a talk that I think Adam Cole came out on. I saw it on Facebook, I believe, where he talks about halftime heat, but he also mentions that it's outrageous that he's not the NXT champion in NXT. Which I agree with that because Adam Cole has been in the WWE, or actually has been in NXT for the past year and a half, and I have talked about Adam Cole many times and said that one day this dude's going to be the NXT champion. He was the North American champion just last year, and I was very, very happy that he was that champion. And I said to myself, if he loses the title, that's fine, but I want to see him become the NXT champion. That needs to happen in the near future. And the matchup between Tommaso Ciampa and Adam Cole will definitely be in order when that takes place. But the matchup at Halftime Heat was tremendous. It was everything you ever expected and more. Shawn Michaels was the guest for the match, and it was very, very good to hear him because he was very, very excited to see the match. Everybody was on the edge of their seats watching this whole matchup, and holy crap. I wish, and to me, this is something that I've always felt should happen. I wish they would have displayed this not just on most of the streaming devices and not just like on YouTube and the WWE Network. I wish this was shown on television, straight up, because people would go ahead and switch over and check it out and see how the superstars of NXT would go, and they went very, very far with the matchup. They went a good, from what I understand, 20 minutes. That was almost a little bit less than what Maroon Five and Big Boy and all those other guys did. Because I wasn't watching it. I went ahead and what I did was I set up my Wi-Fi over here and got my TV ready. Switched over to the channel, and once halftime was over, or I'm sorry, once the game was over, I went straight to halftime, and then saw the halftime heat. Looked at it. It was a great, great matchup. I loved it. However, I don't think it was getting a lot of draws or a lot of reviews. I don't think a lot of people were watching it, but I'm getting two different mixed signals here. So halftime heat was not, um, I guess, a big draw. Nobody was really. There were some people that were watching it, like myself and others, and then there were a few that were probably watching the halftime show, the actual halftime show. But then also there was also talk about, oh well, nobody was really watching the halftime show. I mean, it was the lowest rating ever. I think, from what I understand. I don't know if I got my story straight on that or not, but that's the word I got and the word that I was looking through on Facebook and Twitter and everything. But one thing's for certain: halftime heat was a great event. I love seeing these guys from NXT, and hopefully in the near future. I mean, the winners of the matchup, obviously, just to give it away, was the Velveteen Dream, Aleister Black, and Ricochet, and they put on a good show. And there was this one point before, I think it was what was that? I think Adam Cole had accidentally super kicked Tommaso Ciampa. And that was like, oh, wow, how did that happen? And right away, the first thing I said was, uh-oh, it looks like we have ourselves a number one contender. But I can't jump on that just yet until we see something take place here, because it would be tremendous if Adam Cole were to take on Tommaso Ciampa at the next NXT Takeover, because like I mentioned, Adam Cole said he was outraged that he's not the NXT champion, and I agree, he should be the NXT champion. It should be his time, and he should be the man to not only win the championship but the man to take over NXT. Tommaso Ciampa is a great champion. It's a great heel. He's got all the tools and all the qualifications it takes to not only become more of the man in NXT, but he's going to be a very valuable asset to either Raw or SmackDown should that happen in the near future. But one thing's for certain, Halftime Heat was a great show. The six-man tag was off the hook. Everybody was enjoying it, and I hope we see something like that next year in the near future. Depending on if they bring in another badass band, or if they bring in some lame ass bands, like, you know what, we don't want to watch this. Let's watch some NXT wrestling. Let's get it out of the way, okay? Please. I don't want to watch Moron 5 and Big Boy or Little Boy or what the fuck he's called and all this other shit. I actually put out. I kept going on everyone's Facebook, or I kept going on everyone's Twitter, and I kept saying over and over again the words, this and this such and such is way better than the halftime show. And I kept saying it over and over again. This tweet right here is way better than the halftime show. This guy that talked this much shit is way better than the halftime show. I kept saying that over and over again because anything I saw was way better than the halftime show. NXT was way better than the halftime show. And yes, it drew less, but it gained more. And I don't think people understand that yet. But like I said, NXT halftime heat was great. I enjoyed it. You enjoyed it. And this is just the beginning, and this is just something that I hope we do again in the future. And once again, I want to give out my congratulations to the New England Patriots for winning the championship for the sixth time. And here's the thing, and I want to leave this for everyone to understand. The New England Patriots winning the championship is like Kenny Omega signing with AEW. It's not a big surprise.